So this happened. Pentagon intelligence agencies pause events, activities related to MLK Day, Black History Month, etc. The pause comes after Trump targeted DEI initiatives in executive orders. But there's a memo that has leaked, the actual image of this memo, and I want you all to take a look at that real quick. It reads in part, DIA will pause all activities and events related to agency special emphasis programs effective immediately and until further notice. These include observances related to the following. You ready for this list? Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday, Black History Month, Women's History Month, Holocaust Day and Days of Remembrance, Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month, Pride, Juneteenth, Women's Equality Day, National Hispanic Heritage Month, National Disabilities Employment Awareness Month, National American Indian Heritage Month. Do you know what this is? This is anything that doesn't celebrate white, able-bodied men, or that paints them in a negative light, or maybe the villain of the story happened to be white men. Holocaust Day of Remembrance is DEI, according to the Trump administration. You know what this is? This is Project 2025. You remember what Project 2025 is, right? Let me give you a brief overview of events. We found this thing called Project 2025 that was created by the Heritage Foundation as a blueprint for the next Trump presidency. And we were like, hey, this is the plan, and this is pretty horrific. And we showed it to all of you, and all of you were like, ugh, that's not great. What does Trump say about this? And Trump was like, I've never heard of it. I don't know what it is. And you were like, Trump says he's never heard of it. And we're like, okay, but a bunch of his buddies and former members of his administration are the authors of it. And you're like, yeah, but he says he's never heard of it. And we're like, okay, but here's a video of him at a Heritage Foundation event saying that Heritage Foundation is great and they have the plan to save us. And you're like, yeah, but he said he's never heard of it. And we're like, okay, but now Heritage Foundation is saying he has to say that it's not the plan because people are getting worked up. But believe me, it's definitely the plan. And you were like, yeah, but he says he's never heard of it. And then he got elected and we're like, hey, a bunch of people are celebrating him winning and saying, Project 2025 was the plan. We tricked you. We can't wait to implement it. And you were like, yeah, but he says he's never heard of it. And then we were like, holy shit, he's literally adding authors of Project 2025 to his current administration in important roles. And you were like, yeah, but he says he's never heard of it. And now his first week in office, all he's done is implement Project 2025. And I'm assuming your takeaway is, yeah, but he said he's never heard of it. Which leads me to ask, is it like you dig a hole in the sand first and then insert your head and sort of scoop the sand in around you? Or do you kind of press your forehead against the sand and work it back and forth and sort of burrow your way in there? Just curious how that whole head in the sand thing works.